I have a passion for produce, so can somebody do me a favor and point me toward the good stuff? Hey everyone, Lacey Green here for DNews. Over the past 5 years or so, you may have noticed the organic produce section slowly getting bigger and bigger. Organic basically means the produce was grown old school style. They aren't using fertilizers to control weeds or pesticides to ward off insects. They use natural, non-chemical means that promote water and soil conservation while creating less pollution. Conventional methods use all that stuff, and thus they're able to grow a lot more food a lot more quickly. While organic and conventional produce look pretty much the same, organic is often a lot more expensive. So the question is, what are you paying for, and is it worth the dollars? At the end of the day, the answer to that question comes down to personal priorities and budget. But here's a rundown of what the studies say. A controversial study that came out of Stanford in 2012 found that there was no significant nutritional difference between organic and conventional produce. The scientists hand-selected 237 studies to analyze and found a few key outcomes. 1, no difference in vitamin, protein, or fat content. 2, no evidence of health risks with conventional produce, but 3, conventional produce has a 30% increased risk of pesticide contamination. They also found that children who eat conventional produce have more pesticide residues in their pee and exposure to higher levels of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. The study was widely criticized by the scientific community for using faulty methods and leaving out several really important studies about nutritional content. Fast forward to 2014, and the British Journal of Nutrition has just released the largest international analysis ever, covering 343 studies on organic produce. Their findings tell a slightly different story. The researchers found that organic produce is more nutritious and that it contains up to 70% more antioxidants than conventionally grown produce. They found that the chemical fertilizers, which allow the vegetables to grow bigger and faster with little effort, don't allow for proportional antioxidant development. So even though the veggies are bigger, the health benefits aren't the same. Antioxidants are developed as the vegetable fights to survive and grow, so if they're protected by the chemicals, you get a different result. The review also found that conventional produce has more pesticides, and up to 48% more exposure to the toxic metal cadmium. I've done a lot of personal research on the topic, and it seems to me that organic has a lot of health benefits, and the widespread use of antibiotics, pesticides, and chemical fertilizers is pretty questionable. But conventional produce is still much better than no produce at all, and you're not on the fast track to death if you eat it. If you're on a budget and you need to be choosy, prioritize the fruits and veggies where you eat the skin. Apples are a big one, strawberries, grapes, tomatoes, and so on. Let me know what you think about eating organic down below, and I'll see you soon with more science updates.